Now let's check out a little solo played over that one chord backing track. And the rules here are that we can only use the C major C form scale pattern we learned at the 12th fret. Only those notes. Let's go ahead and check this out, and then I'll break it down for you. Okay, it's a short little 8-bar solo for you there. I tried to include a lot of the elements we had talked about, including the double stops and some of the chord tones, highlighting those. Let's go ahead and break it down for you, and we'll talk a little bit about it. Okay, the beginning part starts with a little phrase that includes a double stop. And then for the next idea, I basically take the exact same rhythm and move it to higher notes in the scale, again trying to pronounce the notes of the chord. There you go. Okay, the third idea goes into a little more bluesy vibe with a string bend. And I'll notice too that I'm ending on good notes, chord tone notes. That would be the root right there. Okay, then the fourth idea goes, again ending on the chord tone, the root right there. Okay, the next part I'm going to move into just a little quick ascending scale going through, or ascending pattern going through the scale. Again, ending on that root note, makes it sound locked in. And then more double stops. And on the double stops, look how I'm starting with, listen to how I'm starting with the 5th and root. And do a little quick Jimi Hendrix approved hammer on the 3rd string. Ending on chord tones, the 3rd and, or the root and the 5th. Then I go down to the 5th and the 3rd. And I use the 4th as the hammer-on note. And then another double stop, the 12th fret, which is the 5th and the 2nd degree. And then the root, ending on the root. So slowly, the whole solo goes like this. Now, before you move on to the next set of lessons, get real familiar with this C form C major pattern, the number system I use with it. Try the exercises. Get that down really solid. You'll get more out of this course if you do that rather than trying to skip ahead. And sometimes if we have too much on our plate, we don't comprehend everything. So just take a little bit like what we just did and digest that. Try to spend a couple days with that and get in that scale pattern so you know it like the back of your hand. If you do that, when you move on, you have a better grip on everything as we start to piece this puzzle together for you. So let's go ahead and move on to the next series of lessons using the A form C major scale.